Yeah, it's Taryn. It is Friday, June 4th. I almost said Sunday. Anyway, I hope y'all have had a great, however long it's been since the last time I recorded. I think it's like a week and a half or something. I don't know. I hope it's been good and you've gotten a lot of stitching done. Life is crazy here as always. I've decided to record today because in a few hours the girls and I are heading to Houston. Addison has appointments to try on wedding dresses this weekend, so we're going to go do that. Y'all, I'm not ready for this. Where did my babies go? I mean, I'm not ready for them to not be 12 years old, so anyway, I guess at some point I'm going to have to admit that they're adults. Let's see, what else? Thank you everyone for the well wishes for my father-in-law. He is, if you haven't been following along or you don't know, he had bypass surgery and a heart valve replacement surgery a couple of months ago, I guess, and then he was having some chest pain a couple of weeks ago, and so they called an ambulance and took him to the hospital. As it turned out, the artery, I guess, that they took out of his leg to do the bypass became clogged, like 95%, I think they said. And so they had to go in and they used the balloon thing, to clear the way, and then they put in a stent. They were able to get that done. His doctor said that the surgery went as well as could be expected, that they couldn't have asked for it to go better. So he is finally back home. He was in the hospital for a couple of weeks this time because they had to wean him off of some of the blood thinners so that they could even make an incision to do this and all of that. So anyway, I'm sure he is thrilled to be back home. He's only been home a couple days. What else? I don't know. Thank you, though, for those of y'all who reached out to me and wishing him well and all of that. I do appreciate it. Let's see. I did stitch, so I guess we'll get into it. This is Earth Dancer by Butternut Road. I've had this one and barely stitched on it for a long time because it just intimidated me. But I finally am making some progress. You can see here, basically I've kind of done my outline, so now all I have to do is just go back and fill in. So that should be some easy stitching every now and then. It's on my list of 20 and 20. Yeah, we'll see. Not unless there's a miracle, I know that. This one is the pre-printed fabric, which I show y'all all the time, and it's not like you can tell. I think this time I did like these darker colors and a lot of fill-in. I think I did like the leaf over here and some stuff. But even at that, it's still just really hard to tell. But, oh well. That is also on my list of 20 and 20, and as you can see, it's got a long way to go as well. This one is a kit that Sherry Smith had sent me, and it's by Design Works. I'm just using it as it came, not all who wonder. And there you go. Now, what you can't see very well is that, like right here, the R and the E, I have half of that in. The A is there. This all gets filled in with this red. So, I stitched in it. You just can't see it very well. This is out of a cross-stitcher September 2016 magazine. It's called Days of Gold. And it's a really cute pattern. I am stitching this, like I actually have, on a 28 count gray mist. That's the fabric because somebody else had done this and I just bought it, however. But here we are. And this is part of the reason that I tell you, don't let me start anything else 1 over 1, because it takes me so long to get anywhere. And then I don't know how I managed to, but I'm missing one of the colors. I keep doing that. On the other floss that I bought for all of my Mania projects that now I can't find, I just went and bought more because, yeah, whatever. But it's on my Stitch from Stash list twice because, you know, spending money. And I went into Michael's just for floss. And I bought a ton of other stuff. It's not right. Why do they do that to me? Anyway, this one I don't have a picture of. It is a frosted pumpkin, and it's called Which Better. It says Which Better Have My Candy. But that just cracks me up. When I started this time to work on it, all I had was like this purple line here and here for the border. So I've done everything else this time. I changed, which I almost never do, but I changed my candy apple from, it's, I think the called for is like a purple color, and I grabbed a red because I gotta have a red candy apple. It can't be. I couldn't deal with purple. I wanted it red. Let's see, what else? I have to tell y'all, Kirsten went to pick up Addison's contacts because the eye doctor is in San Marcos. Addison works in Dripping Springs, which is, our house is like somewhere in the middle between the two, opposite directions. And so by the time Addison gets off work, the eye doctor isn't open anymore. And she's been waiting for months for these contacts to come in. They've been on back order. They keep sending her trial versions because they're complicated. She's got an astigmatism, and how the prescription strength and all of this just makes them like special order all the time. So she asked Kirsten when they finally came in if Kirsten would go by, because the eye doctor's not far from our office. And so when Kirsten went in there, she just says that she needed to pick up contacts for Addison. And they asked her, what's the date of birth? And Kirsten was like, I should know this. And then she finally remembered. For those of you, if you're new and you're not familiar, they were born on the same day, about 2 minutes apart. So she should be able to remember it. Anyway, we're still teasing her about that. I worked on my Brooks Books Animal Advent. It's easy for you to say. I'm on number 10. I'm doing mine all on one thing. And I would show it to you, but I've got it all folded up into my hoop. So here we are on the sheep. I was missing the floss for her face, so I finally went and got that. Started on the chair, and it's hard to see, but her white fluff does come down quite a ways. I'm trying to do something a little different in each one. If I'd been smart, I should have done the white in either some kind of a wool thread that might have looked a little fuzzier, you know, something maybe not quite as much as the one that you use, that you have to brush and be really fuzzy. Now I can't think of the name of it to save my life. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. Maybe I'll go back over it with something. I don't know. Anyway, next. That one's also on my list of 20 and 20, and I'm really going to have to pick up the pace if I think I'm going to get there. Out of this book on Towels 1, that's what it's called, by Kathy Livingston. This is a book that Sherry Frost sent me. She sent me a big box of all kinds of goodies, bless her heart. And I am taking full advantage of it. I'm working on this Valentine heart. And here we are. Last time I just had part of this. This darker color is one of the threads I had to go get. And I filled in the white on the heart and then started the green up here for that. So I'm liking the way it looks. I had stuff over here, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, what else? I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day. I'm trying to think, what did we do? I think I did a lot of nothing. I think all my kids went and did stuff, but I don't think I did a lot of anything. The kids got me an air fryer for Mother's Day. Kirsten had been bugging me about that I needed to buy an air fryer for months. And I found one on sale at Best Buy. It was on sale for like $30. So I ordered it a few months ago. And I said, here, it's $30. Y'all can just pay me back and we'll call it Mother's Day. And so then Kirsten was like, do we have to wait until then to use it? I was like, well, yes. And she's like, oh, man. So I said, fine, we'll just use it. Use it now. Kirsten uses the air fryer so much that Dax has started calling her air fryer. Or air fry. Yeah, he calls her air fry now. But she does love it. So anyway, I've had my Mother's Day gift from them for a few months. And Dax got me some travel cups. They're both at the office. I wish that I was going to show you because they're custom ones. I'll try to remember next time. They're because I spill coffee on myself every morning on the way to work. Except for now I have cups with lids. I contend it's his driving. But what else? I don't know. I think that's about it. I have worked on this Lizzie Kate. This pattern came to me from Kimberly at the Distracted Stitcher. I think it's been a while since she's done a video, but I couldn't swear to that because my phone is so old that I quit updating anything because sometimes it won't, like, I can't even look on Etsy on my phone anymore because it's too outdated. Etsy doesn't love me. But I'll have the notification that somebody has a new video and I go to look and they don't. But then I might go look at places and I have no notification and they have 5 new videos. So it isn't it's not working for me. But God, I hate buying new phones. New phones, new cars, appliances. I hate all of it. But anyway, I was doing this one. I started this in Mania and it came up again on my little wheel and I finished it. Hooray! Another finish for the year, and now I know I get to start at least one new thing in Mania. Then I worked on, out of this December 15th, just Cross Stitch magazine. December 2015, not December the 15th. I was working on this little snowman. Y'all, that is so much white. It has led me to believe that I will not be doing this snowman. But I finished him. That's 2 finishes, y'all. This one I finished on June 1st or 2nd. I don't remember. The other one I finished in May. So anyway, I am so excited that he's done. And it's on my list of 20. I actually got another one done. Now, that brings me to, out of those 20, I have actually finished 6 off my list, which that is all that I got done last year. So, I still have 6 months to get something finished. I would like for it to be Wyatt's stocking, but I don't know about that. I did work on it for just a little bit. This is Wyatt's stocking. That is by far my oldest whip. I moved my hoop down too, so now I get to take it off. So here is where we are on it. And I had some back here to get filled in. Here, let me see if I can flatten it out some. Because it's a dimensions kit, it has all of the stuff that, it's on an 18 count, and it's 2, 3, or 4 strands of floss in some of it, so it is thick. But I finished filling in over here. This is my line where everything is supposed to be correct. I've counted it multiple times. I almost, when I was coming down here, I almost added to my line, and I was like, don't do that. We're trying to correct this problem. So you can see that I've come down a little bit under my line. I'm starting. It made me very nervous, but I'm trying to push past that and start where I should be able to be correct and counted right and all of that stuff. So I have worked on it a little bit. It's one that I would really like to get finished this year. My oldest whips would probably jump by about 10 years if I could do that. But it intimidates me. It is very slow going for me with all of the thread changes and the dark fabric and all of that. So we'll see. This one is also on my list of 20. You're not going to see anything really on this either because it's the pre-printed. And a lot of what I had put in up here, I ripped out. That's what I did this time working on it. I'm really frustrated with this one. This is so difficult, and I really don't know why. It's pre-printed. It should be a lot easier. Part of it is it's so hard to see where the printing is dark. I stitch backwards from a lot of people and backwards from how they teach it. So I felt like the stitches that I had up here at the top that were just half crosses, I felt like they were leaning against the flow of the mane, right? So the mane is going this way, but my stitches were going this way. And, well, actually, I guess they were like this. And so it didn't look right. It wasn't flowing well. So I pulled that out. Here is, I'll show you up close. Maybe you can see how it looks and everything. And so I thought, okay, I'll just put those in the other direction. But then I thought, for the full crosses, now the top leg of my full cross is going to be going the opposite direction of these half crosses. What do? I know that if I have to concentrate so hard so that I stitch the opposite of what I'm used to on the full crosses, that I won't touch this. I've thought of trying to flip it upside down. I don't know. And maybe I go with what looks best on for each section for the half crosses. Maybe in some places they should lay one way and in some places a different way. And then it doesn't matter on the whole piece. I don't know what to do. Y'all tell me what you think, because I am this close to just going, nope, out you go. And this is, like I said, on my list of 20. Y'all give me advice. I need advice. I need guidance. So, anyway. I worked on Happy Everything. It's Imaginating Ink. Yeah. This one is a kit, and I'm using all the kit stuff. I got past Very Tea. So this time I backstitched the T, added this leg. Actually, right now it just says Verity, because this is just one leg of the H. Put in the ghost and started on the pumpkins. I had to do some pulling out because the green right here and the orange right here, the symbols are close enough that I was just going along with the green, and I was like, why is my pumpkin green? Because it's not supposed to be. So I went and I pulled that all back out. So I don't know, a little bit sad that we're not Very Tea anymore, but what are we going to do? And then lastly, I worked on Abigail Stocking, which is also a Dimensions kit. Why do I buy Dimensions stuff? Because it's beautiful, but it also is almost exhausting for me. I know lots of people absolutely love it. I was working on this one, and I sit there and I overthink it before I start working on it. And I think, oh, I want to change the threads and look at all the colors and look, and those are half stitches and that's. But I sucked it up. I just did it. So this time, let's see, I put in the cuff and the little hand, and down here, the white. I'm at the bottom of the page. Like, the only thing left on this page is this little tiny, like one row of this hat right there. So I went back up a little bit and started back stitching. So I got the scarf done in here along the coats and the buttons and all that kind of stuff. So there's still a pocket here that has to be back stitched that will look much better with the detail in it and all of that stuff. But once I got over myself and just did it, it was fine. It filled in quickly and all of that stuff. It's just a matter of me getting over myself. I should whine about it less, overthink it less, and just do it. That is everything that I stitched. Let's see. For the end of May, and I haven't done June yet, but for the end of May, for my Stitch from Stash, I ended off with my budget at $66.67 in the positive. Now, at the beginning of May, I had $116.18 in the positive. I finished two things in May that are included in that, but I had to buy more floss, and I have haul. I have haul. One of my, oh wait, before we get to that, here. I thought I'd show y'all this again, just because I know you've been missing it. I know you're really used to seeing this all the time, so there you go. There it is again. But here's the crazy thing, y'all. I actually have an idea of how I want to finish this. So, that's one of my big problems with why I have a box of shame, is because I never know how I want to finish stuff, and so it just sits. Anyway, as I was saying, I have haul. One of the people who watches my videos and knows that I like Paula Vaughn, I've talked about it before, contacted me because a store near her had a lady who had a bunch of patterns that she was getting rid of, clearing out, and she had looked and knew that they had a bunch of Paula Vaughn patterns. So she went to the store. This is crazy, y'all. This is enabling to the extreme. The extreme. She went into the store and she called me and told me the names of the patterns, and I would look them up in Google Images and tell her yes or no which ones I wanted. That is the ultimate in enabling. So, they have come in, and here they still have all the little price tags on the top. But they were only a couple of bucks a piece. Most of them were $2. There might have been a couple that were like $2.50 or $3. I don't know, but it's crazy. So, I'm going to have some stuff where maybe next year for Mania I'll have an all Paula Vaughn starts or something, because I got a lot. But that is also why my Stitch from Stash is down a little bit. So, I got this one, Aunt Bertie's Porch. Obviously based on the Paula Vaughn I'm already working on with the porch swing and all of that. I like ones with the porch, but isn't that cute? And the quilts, and I love quilts. Fabric of Dreams. It's just like, this is the wedding ring pattern, the quilt. That is my favorite quilt pattern. I absolutely love it. This one with all these flowers in the Dresden plate. This one's called Quilting Lessons. Yesterday's Garden. I mean, look at that. The Upstairs Sewing Room. I have to make this and hang it out here sometime. Yeah, that'll happen anytime now, right? Yesterday's Dream. I mean, come on. Grandma's Favorite Chair. Another one on a porch. I'm going to have to hang all these porch ones together. Long Ago. I just love these. The Quilter. Another rocking chair and quilt. Just lovely. Wedding Ring Bouquet. Very similar to the other one, but again, the wedding ring quilt pattern. Love Songs. Can put this out in the living room on the piano since nobody plays it. Friendship Bouquet. Look at that screen door. I want a door like that for my pantry, y'all. Rose of Sharon. Now, my gosh, this totally looks like the other end of the porch for the one I'm stitching on. Right? That should just be... Let's see. Here's the one I'm already doing. Shouldn't this one just be the other end of the porch? They just... Okay, enough. Sunlight and silhouettes. And memories of Christmas. I just love them. Maybe everybody else talking about their sampler wall. Who's it? Helen D. that's doing a nerd wall. Maybe I need a Paula Vaughn wall. Yeah, in 30 years when I get them all done. Okay, what else? I think that's everything. Oh, I did want to, I even wrote it down. Well, first, with getting those other two finished and after Mania starts and everything, I am currently at 93 whips. I don't remember what I started the year at, but it might be down. I might be down for the year. I think I finished, let's go to the book. So far this year, I have had 18 finishes. I have no idea how many new starts, but I'll take it. Last year, I had 29 finishes. So, we'll see. You know, every year you want to do better than you did last year, but at some point, there's got to be a peak that, okay, I really can't get anything else finished. And I really, for these, I'm going to have to sprinkle them in, because if I start them all consecutively, that's a lot of big things. I need little ones thrown in there. So anyway, 93 finishes. I wanted to mention Floss Tuber. I'm trying to remember how many. She maybe has 19 or 20 videos, somewhere in that range. I'm not really sure. Her name is Colleen, and her channel is Lockaby Stitches, and you've got to go see her finishes with her when she frames her stuff and everything. And I know lots of us buy this stuff and finish them based on how Priscilla does, and other finishes based on some of Vanna's tutorials and stuff like that. You have got to go. I mean, can I say that I could do a finish based on what she does? No, not at all. Not at all. Because she does wood carving, and she will carve pieces to attach to the frame that go with the piece. Like, she did one, and the base that the frame sits on is a whale that she carved, and it's just go watch her videos. It's just phenomenal. She's amazing with the wood carving. It's crazy. I think that's it. I guess I will be back hopefully next weekend. We also are supposed to be going. They're having a 90-mile garage sale. It's not the kind where the people come and line up along the road. Each town that's participating along this 90 miles has a map of people who are participating in it. We are hoping to go shop some of it on our way to Houston. It's on our way. But it has been raining a lot around here. Enough that I actually emailed them yesterday and asked them if they were still doing it or if they'd changed anything. They said it's still on. We'll see what it's like this morning. The sun is up right now, but it should be blaring through that window over there, and it's not, which tells me it's probably pretty cloudy again today. So we're going to see how the weather holds out before we decide what to do. Anyway, let's see. I was looking, because sometimes I write stuff down. Like new stuff, that means these. Sometimes I have to interpret what I wrote down. But I think I've covered everything. Y'all go check out Lockaby Stitches. Seriously, you will just be blown away by her talent in the framing and the vision that she just has to make it all work together. It's, like I said, go check her out. Lockerbie Stitches. Okay, that is it for me. Y'all have a wonderful, hopefully only a week, and welcome new subscribers. Thank you, everyone who just keeps coming back. Thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you to everyone who comments and reaches out to me. I really appreciate you all. And that's all for now. Thanks, y'all. Bye.